Neil, building up to a big game on Monday here, what are you expecting on Monday?
Oh look, it's not about really what we're expecting, it's about what we're going to make it. The lads have worked really well in terms of this week, recovered really well on Tuesday, had a good recovery and session away from the ground, felt it was really important. We took ourselves away from the training ground and the ground, probably been in and around the same environments for 40 weeks or so. It's important we change the scenery, so that we could get ourselves refreshed and rejuvenated. Came back in yesterday and the lads trained extremely well. Really good tempo, really good attitude about training. You can see how they understand the importance of what's coming on Monday. We're all disappointed with where we've been in the last couple of games and what we now find ourselves, the situation we find ourselves in. Today the training was another really good standard. We've got to make sure we're probably at a point where we carry the level of standard we are in training into matches now, because in the last couple we haven't. Ultimately we're getting some players back available that haven't been available for us for the last few weeks, so it puts us in a really good place for what Monday is about. And we've got to make Monday what it needs to be, which is what it is and what it means to us, which is Monday's a must-win match, and we've got to make sure that we do everything we can to win that on Monday.
Bit different to usual, there's been a 9-day gap between the games. Is it almost a positive that there's a bit of a refresh within the squad?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, the extra day's rest will probably give us the opportunity, as I said, to bring a couple of players back and get them fully fit or ready to be involved on Monday. Also gave us an opportunity to draw a line under the last couple of results and hit the refresh button with the way that we've gone about training this week, as I've explained in the first part. But look, ultimately, as much as you can, we want to build up and we want to make sure everything's right in training and what we do is right in training, as it has been so far this week, and the lads will be in again on Sunday to make sure the match day -1 prep's right. In some ways we just want the game to happen. We just want Mondays to come round really quickly. The lads are champing at the bit to get out there. We know we need to right some wrongs in terms of some of the previous performances, and we know we've got everything to play for. Whilst it's not in our hands, I feel it's very much in our hands to do our job, and that's where the players are at. And the group's been really good in terms of the way that they've approached training this week and the attitude and tempo to how they've trained. And the intensity's been right there, so hopefully that can be carried on into Sunday's training and Monday's match.
In terms of Halifax as an outfit, what are you expecting from them?
No, they're a good team. There's no surprise that they're where they are in the league. The league table doesn't lie. However, it's not really, the way I feel about it, we'll obviously do our due diligence on Halifax as we do on every single team, and we'll be aware of what they do well and what they don't. But we've got to be our best version of ourselves. Ultimately, Halifax can do what they'll try and do to us, but if we're as good as we can be, then we can beat Halifax on Monday, and that's no slight against them because, again, they're a playoff team. But when we turn up, when we get the Vale in the manner that the fans will get the Vale rocking, and when we play with the intensity and the determination that we've got and the confidence, then we'll take some stopping on Monday.
You mentioned the fans there; they're going to be crucial on Monday, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think, if I'm honest, the fans have been absolutely fantastic, like I commented on when I apologised on Saturday after the Southend game. But, it's all well and good us saying, let's try and get the fans behind us. The fans have been behind us for large parts and large spells. It's important now that we get, we give them something to get behind and we turn up, because can't expect the fans to keep doing it for us. But I'm sure they understand the importance of Monday. Of course they do. Rest assured the players know that, and the coaching staff know the importance of Monday, and we'll be hopeful that we can give a performance that the fans know that we're absolutely giving everything to make sure we keep ourselves in the National League.
And then finally, there's so much emotion in football. Monday, it's a huge game. How do you feel you can try and take that away from the game going into it, or do you use it? Yeah,
I think you've got to use it. I think you've got to use it as what it is and what it's about. If any team wants to win more than us on Monday, then we're absolutely deserve to get relegated. The situation we currently find ourselves in, winning is the only option for us to give us any sort of chance. So we've got to thrive off that. In terms of I've said sometimes about finding a balance between emotion and not getting nervous about games and playing to the best of our ability. We've got to ride on the crest of what the emotion of the occasion means and make sure we use that in every part of our energy to drive the game forward, and we will do on Monday, I've no doubt. The way that the players have been reacted this week, I see a group of players that are ready to right some wrongs.